I am having a little bit of an issue figuring out which spot on the matrix one of my issues fits into.
Okay,
So hoping I
great.
can get your input on it. It's the one that comes up for me isn't money, but I can easily give an example that is. So basically for me, after I have, like a really great workout at the gym, come back and uh, fairly often, I'll just want to eat junk food. Not all the time, but when I do, I'll way overdo it. And basically, what I'm hearing in my head is something to the effect of whatever, it's okay, you just had a great workout, just eat it, whatever, just do it. And so I guess to relate it to money, it I don't have this, but it could be something like, it's okay, just spend the money, whatever, just do it. Just kind of relate it because it's a money call. But anyway, I was wondering where that would fit.
So it's so give me the language again. It's either an exposed. This is going to sound weird to you. It's either an exposed or a needless. And so, which those are not going to make a lot of sense to you right now. But I want to hear from you, and I'll show you how I'm doing this. But what is the actual thought? It's, well, you had a good workout. Just do whatever you want.
I haven't pinned down the thought exactly, but it's something to the effect of, you just worked out, you can eat whatever you want, just eat it, whatever.
Okay. So you just worked out. I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
You just worked out. You can eat whatever you want.
Just do it. Or just eat it. Whatever.
Okay. Just eat it.
And it's so frustrating because, well, I guess I don't need to go into that, but, trying to make progress in the gym, and I am, but not really making progress in losing the little bit of fat that I have because I keep eating like shit, because I keep thinking this, which is so gross.
Well, and it could be related. It could be that. I just want to make sure you don't have a perfection thing going on around a little bit of fat or kind of, I'm not telling you you shouldn't work on your body, Matt. I'm just saying, like, make sure you're not using a perfect standard regarding it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just worked out, you can eat whatever you want, just eat it. Does that feel like a teen thing or a child thing? And don't use too much logic. Does it feel like small and like you can do whatever you want? Or is it more like...
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. I
seems
try to narrow it down and I can't really...
It's teeny.
Is it?
Feels like it to me. I mean, other people can chime in too. You guys all have your own version of a knower, but it feels teeny to me.
Okay. Yeah, I guess when I'm thinking about it, it doesn't really feel like the child, but it doesn't, like, I guess it to me really doesn't feel like the child, but it also doesn't sound like the teen, but it not to the extent that it doesn't sound like the child. So I guess I'm having a hard time connecting it to either, but I can see that it's closer to the teen than child.
Very good. So then assign it to the teen because it is your teen.
Okay.
It is.
I'm seeing the comments here, which is really interesting. 2 people said it both sounds needless.
Because it is. They're right. And
thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's needless. And so basically it's like, because look at it, you don't need to worry about what you eat. You just worked out. Just do it.
Yeah.
And like, it's, it's a little sneaky, insidious teen being like, you don't need to worry about that. Come on, just forget it. Yeah. And so the thing is what's interesting is you, by going to the gym, by going and working out, you're addressing a need and a want.
Yeah.
And your teen doesn't like it, apparently.
Yeah. And to follow up on that, to kind of add on, I feel like I sometimes, well, it's not sometimes, it's all the time, but sometimes I notice it. I feel like I have like a built-in failure mechanism that holds me back from doing good things like eating healthy for some reason. And I don't know if
but you're right on how that works for you in a real way. Is for you, most of that's going to fall into a needless category. So just eat it, dumbass. And that is kind of like how the teen is being with them. It's like, just eat it. Just eat it.
And I guess now that you say that, I'm thinking back to last week when you said that the teen's like being mean. It's like, whatever, just do it. Like, I don't know if that's...
but this is great because you're like, okay, I don't really know it's the team, but it feels like it, you know. And pretty much this cluster of stuff around diet and exercise, usually the teen thoughts fall somewhere in needless and or enclosed.
Okay.
And then there's thoughts about perfection, which is why I mentioned to you, hey, be cautious of your teen running your exercise regimen or kind of applying a perfect body standard. And then there's often better than thoughts too, like I'm better than other people because I work out or whatever. So, but
I guess for me, like I shame myself sometimes. I mean, not on purpose, but for not looking the way that I want because I've looked that way before, and now I'm not like doing the things I did before for whatever reason.
Aren't you like 34?
No, 31.
You're 31? Oh, well, that's fine too. Yeah, welcome to your 30s, buddy. So like essentially that's what, I mean, I'm serious. Like it's just, that's what happens. And so we have to kind of adjust. And so you're just having triggering around that stuff. It doesn't mean that you can't look good and look how you're supposed to look. But you may never be 27 again. These are the realities of life, Matt. I know it's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. So the thing is your kids are all involved in that right now, your teen and your child. And so what you should correct is if you want to correct kind of the overeating, if it is actually overeating or kind of.
It is. It's junk and too much of it.
Okay. Well, then what I would do is correct the thought. You just worked out. You can eat whatever you want. Just eat it. And that's teen needless.
Okay. And then as far as what direction to take the correction in,
you're going to be, you're basically taking it to the direction of what it says in the adult column, which is aware of what you want and need.
Okay.
So in other words, it's like he's deciding what you need or don't need. And the only way he can decide is by being needless.
Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. This has been really helpful. And everyone who commented, also, thank you. Really helpful.
Yeah, very nice. So, okay, good.
Appreciate it. Thanks.